This system here that you live in currently in planet Earth in the simulation was set up on purpose to demonize the feminine and make them the devil. This is what a narcissistic energy will do and has done. And Mary Magdalene talked about it in her writings, and she clearly laid out the truth of what was going on in this system. Jesus didn't believe her, and he lost his life because of it. And then her writings were burned, oppressed, suppressed, hidden, and now demonized. Why would you demonize somebody else and call them the devil? Because it's a way to shift the blame so that you don't have to take responsibility for what you've done. But the truth is that she was exactly right. That this system was created and dominated by a masculine who attacked the feminine, put her in survival mode and all the other feminines over lifetimes. This has been going on for thousands of years, since almost the beginning of the creation of human race. When a feminine is attacked, especially as a small child, or when its innocence is ripped from it, she fragments. She fragments into thousands of pieces. And she loses that essence, and she goes into survival mode. And she has to fend for herself. Figure it out. How many of my single females are out there who have dealt with this? Who have dealt with a toxic masculine who isn't there to support you, cannot provide, cannot play his role, and instead blames you for his insecurities and his problems when he is the perpetrator. This is what a perpetrator will do. They will blame the victim. The victim made me do it. They won't take responsibility, and they keep victimizing. This is what you're going to be up against. As you start to expose these narcissists, these narcissistic energies that have done this to us for thousands of years, have demonized us. Let's look at your Bible. I'll give you a couple of examples. Your Bible's number one. Your Bible, every single entry in there is a male's perspective. There is no feminine representation whatsoever. There's a mention of two feminines in that Bible, one being Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene was the wife of Jesus. They had a child together. She was the closest to him. Yet her writings are not even in there. They were suppressed, burned, left out. And she was demonized and labeled a prostitute and a nothing. The Bible was put together by men. You worship a man, God the Father, even though you have to have a mother in order to have life. You have Mother Earth. You have Mother Nature. Do you ever wonder why they say Mother Nature's a bitch? You know why she's a bitch? And you know why she goes to certain areas and then it's massive disaster? Because she's cleaning the area. She's tired of the toxicity being dumped onto her. And she's trying to cleanse it. We as feminines are so fucking tired of these toxic masculines trying to run our lives by abusing us, taking from us, demonizing us, and then walking away and leaving us to survive for ourselves, and then pitting us against each other. This is the system you're in. Females fight each other for men because we are the loving support systems, or we're supposed to be. We're supposed to play the role of mother, of nurturer, of homemaker. Not always. But if we are in our natural state, then yes, that's what we do. We are the energy that multiplies the masculine. A healthy masculine will understand this dynamic and everything that he creates, because he's the seeds. He provides the seeds, the sperm. She is the egg. She is the life bearer. She takes his seeds and multiplies them, his ideas, his thoughts. But when a toxic masculine, a hateful masculine, A, a narcissistic tyrant masculine dominates and enslaves a feminine, he destroys her. He destroys her, and he destroys all of her lineage going forward. And he knew that. It's exactly what he did, and enslaved her. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and now physically. But we're coming out of it. But we are going to be labeled as the devil. As you expose a narcissist, you expose their lies, you force them into accountability and taking responsibility for what they've done, they're going to point the finger at you. They're going to blame shift. Second example is the witch trials. There were no warlocks that were burned. Warlocks are male witches. Male witches do spells too. Hell, a prayer is a spell. It's a positive spell. It's white magic. Black magic is sending negative thoughts. People do magic all the time. They don't even realize it, but yet the females were burned for doing so against the masculines. You know, the masculines that have called me witches in this life were the narcissistic, toxic masculines who thought I was doing spells on them because I was showing them love, because I was exposing their faults, their lies, their misconception. So what do? They pointed the finger at me and made me the problem. So you know what I've done? To hell with them. I pulled all my energy back into myself, started focusing all of that love and all of that help and all that assistance that I was trying to give this toxic masculine to help them. I started helping myself. And I started changing my life. And now I'm at a point where healthy masculines have risen up, done the work, and are ready to unite with us healed feminines. It's only you being labeled as the devil when it comes to a toxic, unhealthy masculine who is not accepting responsibility for their decisions and choices. And it is not going to get any better. Because as we go up against the system, which is male dominated by toxic masculines, they're going to demonize us. They're going to call us the devil. They're going to say that we are doing spell work on them because we are trying to create change. We are trying to regain our sovereignty, our sacred space, our temple, which belongs to us, and it should have never been violated and attacked in the first place. And it starts with our children. Because once you rip that innocence out, you ruin that child for life. And then it becomes generational, which is where we are at today. But we are going to change that because us feminines, you want to label me the devil, go right ahead. I am okay with that label because you know what that means? That means I'm exposing your lies. I'm aligned with the truth and you don't like it. So you want to label me that? I'll take it. Because I know the truth about who I am. And I'm okay with playing that role. Especially when it comes to a tyrant or a narcissist, whether that's male or female, because both exist now. I'm going to expose them. Because I know. And so do you. But I just want you to be prepared. Because you're going to be labeled the devil in this life. Because you're going to go up against the system and try to change it. Welcome. Love you. Have a great day.